What's up? This is Polymuse. It's the name of a podcast where we review the albums and its music and the artists that changed our lives. My name's Ben. This is my cousin.
I'm Michael, and this is
Michael.
we.
Ooh.
Because you said we.
I did. This
Yep.
is the Polymuse time, so buckle it in. Get strapped.
Your favorite cousins are here as we continue to spin through.
The platinum selling album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got great reviews. I didn't even realize that until I started to dig back through this research for our review of Steal This Album.
Did some of those good reviews just say, buy this album? Like, what else do you need to say?
It's worth the price
It's
of
worth
nothing.
the price of admission alone. It's worth the price of a LimeWire account.
Rolling Stone called Steal This Album an absurdist blast of political rage, silly theater, and shattered math metal.
I dig that. The math metal part, the alt metal part. That's what I'm trying to say about their rhythms, dude. When the rhythms chop up in such a way as to please my brain like that, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That math
The
metal.
math metal.
I dig it.
I get
He's
it.
right.
I'm trying to think of where else I can apply math in musical terms. I like that. I'm going to start using that now.
Yeah, dude. Good math rock, man. There's a lot out there. It gets mathy. It gets geometrical. It gets geological.
They say it's a numbers game.
You know, and they've got some geography in here too. They've got some Armenian folk music, especially in this song coming up, Nuguns. It's
Nuguns,
actually,
baby.
dude, it's an okay song. It's a good song. It's the one where they add that little bit of Armenian folk. I mean, it's always there, but this is where it's more overt. This is where the drinks, they got 2, 3, 4 shots in this drink, not just the 1 or 2 shots
That's right.
that they usually got. It's a stiff drink where it's like what are those fishbowl drinks where it's just a bunch of drinks.
Yeah, it's just it's like 5 shots.
5
in a
shots.
little mixer, and
Yeah.
you're sipping that sucker out.
So this Nuguns, that's what I'm talking about. It's like the 5-shot version of the Armenian folk heritage infusion into the punk metal hybrid that we know and love with the math beats.
That's right.
Rick Rubin approved. System of a Down. Here's Nuguns on the Polymuse Radio. Dude, this isn't the old guns. This is not the sharks with arms guns holding toy guns. This is the new guns, the Nüguns. Are you about to D this out already again, like you always do? You don't like new guns. I'm not saying I like it. I just think, I mean, you're just like, whoa, jumping the gun on this.
First of all,
It's called Nuguns.
it's called Nugans. There's a little speculation. Could be about military power.
Okay.
I also have prostitution thrown in here. Lots of words and not a lot of clear perspective on what exactly the hell we're talking about here. So one of those type of deals, first
Yeah.
of all. 2-verse song.
Yeah.
We have a chorus, but again, very vague. And the little boys stare to the eyes of the night. Button
Ooh.
collects price of the time.
Ooh.
Little girls glared. Sheets of denial. Bullets connect to the price of her crime. We have another verse too, again about the little...
Dude, I'm bumping it up for the sheets of denial. That's
Yeah.
just like palpable. That's like you feel it. That's
Yeah.
poetry, dude. They don't always write poetry. This is not bad.
No, but the verse is the same. The verse repeats, and then we have the chorus. What have we said? Wasn't in their bed. What of presents? Haven't we paid penance for the new guns? So a lot of imagery, a lot of different directions we could be interpreting this, but not a lot of deep writing as far as a lot of content to dig through.
Okay.
So again, not a lot of deep writing on this and not a lot of meaning, but you can take what you want from this.
It's political.
Probably political.
Yeah. It's about war. It's about surviving. It's about, people. It's about oppression. It's about what it feels like to live in a place where the government or somebody else's government is going to kick your dang door in
Yep.
and disappear people and shoot people. And
Exactly.
it's something that their family members experienced and lived through and survived through. And, how so much of their music is just trying to capture that type of fear and that type of just paranoia and insanity. And we don't know what that feels like. We haven't had to run we've had some stressful stuff happen to us, but we're talking about an
Yeah.
entire country
Fucking peanuts.
being,
Yeah.
entire... It's a genocide what happened to the Armenian people, and they could write 1,000 songs and it would never, they could still be chasing to capture the tragedy and capture the feeling and capture the
scope of what
just
happened.
how spooky. And I mean, that's just one tragedy. I mean, there's oppressive governments all over the world still to this day that don't value human life and kick people's doors in. So it's universal in a sense. They always draw from their specific survival story, but it's such a universal. I mean, greed. It's a never-ending story where is it old guns or is it new guns? It's not very new. It's just another different government, different whoever.
Yeah.
Who's kicking in the doors? Who's the people that are, the peasants, the normal people getting their lives destroyed?
So do you think we have anything different instrumentally that really makes this song stand out?
Yeah, like I was saying, they got the bridge of this song. If you wanted to explain to someone what the folk metal hybrid of System of a Down was, you should play them this song, honestly. The bridge of this song, it's a sitar. I'm pretty sure it's a sitar.
Right.
Played by Darren, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Nothing complicated. Like, he's faking it. It's just like wiggly, kind of one note little, it doesn't sound like
complex
authentic.
Chords, yeah.
But it's enough that your brain kicks on. You're like, oh, it's different. It's a different texture. It's a totally different kind of folk acoustic instrument infused into what to normal ear might be just normal metal, but now we know is all these folk rhythms and folk melodies as well
that they're able to incorporate quite well, and that's one of the distinct features of System of a Down in these type of tracks.
So other than that little stab, that's kind of just having one new instrument on the bridge is not that differentiating, but it's a cool song. I like it, dude. I give it a B-.
No.
Yeah.
Get out.
What do you think?
You did not give it a B-.
B-.
You rant and rave about other B songs, and this one's a B-.
You think I kick it down?
God. Yeah.
To what?
What's a B-? At least a C+.
What's a B-?
A B- is like, I'm occasionally searching for this song, teetering towards that C+ where you're not really looking for it, but you don't mind if it comes on.
Yeah. I would, though, because of the bridge, just to show exactly if and had any idea about System of a Down.
Okay, well, the Sitar.
Huh? I had it as a
that
C+.
saves it, right?
You said Sheets of Denial, and I bumped it up from the C+.
Okay, all right, fine, weirdo. C-.
Okay.
Because we do have a Sitar, even though we both agree that it's not a particularly sharp one. It's not like
I will give
strong
more Ds.
usage here, I don't think.
We might flip on the second half of this.
It is noted that this song, as far as we know, wasn't played in any live set.
Right.
I think there are a few of those maybe in this track list. I don't think Darren played the sitar live a lot. Might have been one of the technicalities here.
It's more of a gimmick.
Yeah.
But did they play any of these songs live, or were they all just kind of throwaway, or did they get to a couple of them?
I imagine Intervision was played live. Chicken Stew had a number of different titles and was first played several years prior to release under a different title. Maybe a couple others. But yeah, I think there's several on here that were not played live. Ready for the next one, baby?
Dude, this bridge that's a B- bridge.
Yeah?
That's sitar. You don't get a sitar every day. Not every day.
And you really don't get a good sitar every day either.
If it was a great sitar and if it was in there a lot, this would rise a lot.
Mm-hmm. And you really don't get a great sitar here. So there we go.
You get a great sitar, but you get a D sitar.
Yeah, D. C- sitar. All right, ADD. What? ADD, American Dream Denial.
This is a good song.
This is on brand.
So what do you think? You hate this one? You love this one? What do you think?
I think this is an okay song.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as good as I remember it. I bumped it down a few.
Did you?
Yeah.
A few.
Few.
Oh, man.
That's a long song.
It's very long.
And the bridge is terrible.
The bridge is not super.
That's a really boring bridge.
And we got a whole lot of chorus and not a whole lot of verses. A couple verses.
I thought it was cool because it has like different parts that just kind of smash together. It's like A.D.D. It's like a meta song.
Yeah.
Where it's got different pieces that just are slammed together that don't really fit together.
I like that interpretation.
So that's kind of cool. You got this weird like backstep, needly riff. It's a good riff. It is kind of weird. It's slightly different than what they've been doing. And then it goes into this awesome like circle pit rhythm that is just, it's infectious. That's the kind of thing that makes you want to get up and punch something.
Yeah. We have the thought process that maybe the American dream is dead, and again, you're being influenced by other sources or living the dream that's being fed to you, that kind of thing. We do have some very visual, visceral kind of lines. We fought your wars with all our hearts. You sent us back in body parts is a phenomenal way to open the song.
Good rhyme. Good couplet.
We have the remainder is an unjustifiable, egotistical power struggle at the expense of the American dream, of the American dream, of the American dream.
Crazy.
We could have a crazy music video, I think, if they ever put one together. They didn't, of course, for this song, as they didn't for most on this album. Whether it's another war-centric album or even something crazy where you do incorporate different dreams and then being altered or destroyed or manipulated. We could do something as far as the body parts at one point and them being torn apart or that kind of thing. It could even be something equivalent to today where people are being replaced by machines, and you could have someone slowly being taken apart as they're replaced by a machine while they're watching a television with that thought process that they're being influenced by the media, even though it's not a direct correlation to probably what the lyrics mean in that particular instance as far as people fighting wars and being sent back in pieces. But still, that would be interesting imagery.
So do you have the band in it?
I don't think that I would. Well, I take that back. You could have the band as stand-ins along with normal people. So you'd be like picking them out of different scenes of people maybe being manipulated or changed or contorted, whether it's their dreams or their thoughts or their physical being. So it could be kind of a trippy music video with different things going on. But you'd have normal people or actors and the band members mixed in. So you'd be picking them out. Like, oh, there's Serge and oh, there's Darren, that kind of thing.
That's cool. I want something that incorporates the 4 different covers that the 4 of them drew.
Okay.
Let's hit those real quick with the 4 different designs. Who did each one, kind of what they mean, and how they really fit together. Because it was released with the normal mixtape album cover, and that's boring. It just looks like a Sharpie written on, a white CD,
a blank CD,
basically a CD. But if you get the vinyl version of the album, it's actually a double album, and it has each of the 4 designs on colored vinyl, which is really cool. So I'm looking at the 4 designs. You got the Darren design is like a skull, and it says steal this album, and that would look really cool rotating, like spinning around, because like the skull is spinning.
I think so. That'd be really sweet.
Oh, wait, that's not Darren. That's John Dalmayan. That's the drummer. So then we've got Darren Malakian. It's kind of these 2 like double V, like flying V.
I can't tell if it's a man standing over a woman with her legs up. That was my first thought.
Now I think it's 2 spotlights and a flying V guitar. Like it's a guitar on stage, and then the 2 red is the lights shining up. Maybe. Then let's check it out. We got Serge.
I like how we have completely different views on that.
You went straight to the pornographic interpretation.
I sure did.
I thought it was a guitar. So,
all right.
We got Serge. We got a blue poem. Perhaps we could read the poem on the podcast, but not right now.
Yep.
And then we've got Shavo Odaji, and his is orange, and it's like fire mixed with water, but it's all orange and concentric circles.
Yes.
And it's like, that's my favorite one, dude. The water mixing with the fire is epic.
I kind of like the skull with what looks like other heads in it, I believe. But, I kind of like
steal this album in the teeth on the skull.
Does it? Okay, gotcha.
It's the skull.
There's I don't know. They're all kind of cool. I like that they did it that way.
Here's the poem. Contraband contradictions, concocting contractions, conceding to Caucasian caucases, causing casual conclusions, concerning inconclusive karma, masking masochistic mosquito massages and masculine mosques, a must-see mosaic. Take your tartar sauce and your Tinseltown tactics to a tic-tac-filled trumpet and blow. Enjoy the eloquent essence of esoteric engines humming in ecstasy, etc. Actual Arctic acronyms were asked to ascertain the astral auspices of acting asterisks. That's ass. She sells seashells by the real whore. That's it.
Oh.
That is very difficult.
Say that 10 times fast.
That is extraordinarily difficult to say. So that's on the CD. I like that even. Those are cool, dude. Now I want to buy them all. Now they have like these hidden meanings. You better put this into your A.D.D music video. It better be the 4 album covers.
I could have skulls, flames,
Yes.
whatever
water,
the other one is, and
poetry.
the poetry written
Masculine mosques, a must-see mosaic.
Mm-hmm.
Serge has
seashells by the seahorse.
Yeah, see, what am I saying about this Mother Goose crap? You got a lot of kooky stuff. You got a lot of political stuff. How much Mother Goose stuff do we have? A little. Enough.
Enough geese in the gander here.
How many geese to a gander?
20.
Take a gander. Take a guess.
20 geese.
Take a goose. Take a geese. How many ganders?
5. I don't know either.
What do you think about this song? C+?
Is that what you gave it?
You want it lower, right?
Well, I'm not going to fight you over it. I was just going to fight you over the last one. Is that what you gave it? A C+?
Yeah.
Okay, I give it a B-.
What? How are we like so... I mean, that's close, but we're opposite again.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's okay.
Make
I gave
up
them
for
both.
it.
I gave both
We'll fight
songs
to
B-.
the death. About this later.
That's the death.
So the American dream was denied. The A.D.D meds were prescribed. People just became drugged. They were diagnosed. They didn't achieve the dream because their mind was just going too many different directions, too many different random. And the medication just makes you numb, makes you just dead to the world. The dream was denied for the next generation. System of a Down, man. It's sad, it's scary, but it's accurate, and they are just dealing with things. It's such a global scale. It's such a global good and evil type thing, and someone's got to do it, dude. They're like superheroes. Honestly, somebody's got to write songs like this. Somebody has to deal with this stuff, and these are the guys. Looking at these 4 album covers, it's like they could have done more with that, with the 4 personalities, with the 4 guys, like, bands like Metallica, bands like the Beatles, where each guy is just such a well-defined person, different attitudes, they're such like that, and they didn't play that up enough, honestly.
I don't think they did either.
Because Darren took over the band, as we'll see later. I mean, he wanted it to be the Darren show, apparently. That's what I've heard. Not that this is like gossip talk on the Polymuse Mancast, but I don't know. I think it could have been more about all of them, personally. So that's Polymuse. We love you. We'll hit you with another one next. Keep listening.
5-star review. Thank you.
Thank you.